Other interesting political news, you have Tennessee passes a bill to criminalize doctors from giving gender-affirming care, which will subsequently, they believe, will be signed off by the governor. Now, this comes to us thanks to End Wokeness on X Twitter, and he says, quote, breaking, Tennessee legislator passed bill criminalizing adults who help minors receive, quote, quote, gender-affirming care. Governor Lee is expected to sign the bill. And it went viral last week, got 1.1 million views, yeah, that's million, and 37,000 likes. And this is a very sad tale of, is it Munchausen syndrome? It's when the mom abuses a child. I can't but notice when it comes to these transitioning kids, it's overwhelmingly the mom. The father is usually not present, or he's, as youth might call him, a beta. He just has no spine. And again, this, I guess, wear earmuffs or tune out the kids if they're tuning into this, because this is a heartbreaking story. It's basically, long story short, mom is transitioning a biological boy. Doesn't look happy.
Dr. Olson had a decision.
You are in the perfect place to start on blockers.
And she promises to begin giving her estrogen,
That's called a doctor, apparently.
female hormones, in 2 years.
Around 13.
That's weird. We were promised this wasn't happening. And yet, like most things when it comes to people lying in politics, especially a lot of Democrats can't help but notice, yeah, first they deny it's happening, then they say, well, it's happening, but it's only a little bit. And then say, oh yeah, it's happening, but it's okay. They say it's happening, and it's a good thing, and then they say it's happening, and you should applaud it. We've seen this tactic used time and time again. I partially digress. I'll let the video get back to it with this. This doctor, probably on par with Joseph Mengele. I'd say they're both out there.
That's what I think. Yes, you're not going to develop breast buds on the blockers, but you're not going to wait until 16 to start. You know that, okay?
Josie received the blockers as an implant in her arm.
It's okay.
Does that kid look happy? If you're just tuning into the audio, I mean, this young boy's sitting on the table, or the operating table, I forget what you call it, and crying. And of course, the mom's growing the hair out and has him wearing pink. And this is heartbreaking. It should be, thank God, to be illegal in Tennessee. The fact that there are adults applauding this, again, the overall consensus is most people don't care what you do once you're 18. And this is a kid having their life permanently transformed.
Easy crying.
So with all the bravery she could muster,
you're going to feel a little bit of a...
Josie held on tight as another chapter opened in this young girl's life.
Closing up the skin.
A lot of times it strikes me that...
The face of evil. Look at that mom. I want to say they all look alike, but she just happens to be a liberal white woman with very short hair. Just coincidence, I'm sure.
Had this happened just 20
And I'm only partially joking about that, trying to make light of this horrifying situation.
years ago,
Thank you.
I wouldn't have been able to give her blockers, and she would have had to go through male puberty. That terrifies me.
It's all done. Do you want a hug?
I don't know that she would have survived male puberty.
That mom should be tried and prosecuted. She should be sent to court immediately and tried for child abuse. My 3 cents. Though it used to be 2 cents, but you got 40-year hyperinflation, gotta be 3 cents. Though, still free to click that subscribe button. I can't believe that one of the most evil things I could possibly think of, a mom doing that to a child. Now, thankfully, there are some places in the United States that are making it illegal. And again, there's a huge cultural component of this. Of course, there's a huge debate around the topic. One of the biggest places where this whole issue will be decided is the courts. That's where you're going to see a lot of the wins and losses. You have some areas like Tennessee that are saying, yeah, you know what? It's not, ethical to make permanent changes to your child as if it is a glorified, I can't even think of an apt metaphor. It's so disgusting. And yet you have some places like California where not only they encourage it, but they're saying they're a sanctuary state. So if you flee that state, if you're, can't but notice, statistically speaking, a mom takes away the child from the father and goes to California, well, they're going to side with mom and the child. They're going to let the surgery happen. Now, maybe I'm alone in this assessment. Maybe a lot of people in the comments are going to push back and say this is a great thing. Because, again, disgusting to say this, but there are millions of people who do agree that parents should be able to make these devastating life changes to their children. I mean, we're going to see massive lawsuits in the next couple of years from this. Mark my word. Kids are going to be suing their parents, they're going to be suing their doctors, sue them into oblivion. which, again, they're good. They should get restitution. But at the end of the day, their lives are also being permanently destroyed. A lot of these kids won't be able to have kids. Now, this did get, again, 1.1 million views and 37,000. Wait. Oh, okay. I wasn't the one additional vote needed to make it 38,000. I spoke wrong. It was 37,000 likes. Now, some of the top comments comes from Paul Zupa saying, quote, Paul Zupa saying, quote, great, now retroactively go back to anyone who ever administrated gender-affirming care and prosecute them. Anyone who mutilated a child, whether through surgery or drugs, need to be life sentences in prison, no excuses. They got 252 likes. Scrolling down more and more. Desiree says, boom, conservatives strike back. And she has a meme or text that says, liberalism is a religion of self-hatred. It teaches white people to hate their race, boys to hate their sex, women to hate their femininity, Americans to hate their country, Westerners to hate their history. What a loathsome, poisonous thing it is. And that got 401 likes. Scrolling down, you have Random Live saying, quote, a simple solution to this. And there's a little girl saying, Mama, I think I'm a boy. And mom says, well, you're not. They got 930 likes. Pismo says, leave the children alone. And there's a picture of a lion. Got 566 likes. Mr. Biggleworth's memes, which A+ for marketing, they did in fact respond in meme form, saying, finally the tables are turning. Red states are going to lead the way to and save our children. And there's a picture of, I forget the original meme, but there's a kid smiling with the kind of cliche, was it the sugar bowl, not sugar bowl, the cereal bowl haircut, as the SpongeBob shirt, and says when you send your kid to a school in a blue state, and next is a picture of him with pink hair, then next is he's got makeup, pink shirt, pink books, and of course pink hair. And that got 263 likes. Libercat Media TM says huge win, and it's a picture saying there's no such thing as a trans child. They got 571 likes. Libercat Media TM also said leave our kids alone. It's a picture of the trans pride flag getting 822 likes. Libercat Media TM also says protect the children. It says reality, they're not after you, they're after me. It's heartbreaking. It says you need to be in the way. Gave 404 likes. It also says you're telling me I can't pick my bedtime, but I can pick my gender. Getting 717 likes, which, yes, highlights the absurdity of the situation. A child cannot choose to get a tattoo. They can't drink. They can't smoke. Can't choose their own bedtime. They can't. But this is the one topic. They're like, oh yeah, you're old enough to make this. You're old enough to make this life-changing decision. That got 717 likes. Let's see. Sarah Smith also says truth, and it's a Jim Halpert meme. It says gender affirming care is actually gender denying malpractice, getting 484 likes. We'll see. Florida 1 says Tennessee is stepping up. First child abuse is a death sentence, and now warning parents to cut the crap. Well done. Prayer emoji, American flag emoji. Getting 243, make that 244 likes. Let's see here. Gunther Eagleman says, quote, Tennessee protecting your children. LFG, a big win, getting 735 likes. Red Wave Press also says every conservative state should do the same thing. Tennessee has proven they will protect our children from these sick individuals trying to ruin your children's lives. Follow if you agree, getting 307 likes. Let's see here. Let's see what other popular ones we got here. Well, seem to be the biggest ones by number of likes. Trump AI simply says every state needs to file a suit, getting 100 likes. And I think we're starting to see the pendulum switch when it comes to this political topic. And it's one of the biggest political topics I think that needs to be brought up with the upcoming election. It needs to be spelled out. I mean, granted, I know rudimentary speaking, Republicans are against, on average, Republicans are against child transition, Democrats are very pro, and the leftists are 110%. Granted, I know there's people that differentiate in every type of political organization. There's outliers, of course, but on average, that's how this is broken down into a political philosophy. Now, you also have one more I'll do. Planet of Meme says this is the way, and is the Star Trek meme with the guy with the helmet. Jeff Gordon? Race car? No, I'm kidding. I know it's Star Wars. That's the guy who protects Yoda. I don't know how you see. It's supposed to be the tactical bounty hunter, but the area that he can see is so limited by the helmet, it'd be easy to pop up and surprise him. It's not good visibility. Nevertheless, I did get 51 likes. So again, it'll be interesting to see if this becomes a big, hot political topic in terms of will actually bring this up during the debates. I think they barely talked about it during the Republican primary, which, again, I know right now you have if the Trump is allowed to stay on the ballot, it's a 50-50. Well, I guess you have maybe a couple independents running as usual, but on average you're going to have a 50-50 choice between Biden or Trump. And we kind of know how they both feel about this topic, but it'd be interesting to see what Trump's perspective is and Biden's perspective is on regards to maybe a federal law to prevent or allow this, and how this might pan out on a higher level. Let me know in the comments. I'd be fascinated, as always, to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you could click that button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, leave me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.